Hello everybody, welcome back to Mark's Remarks. Now this is the moment of truth. This is part 2 of the French bread, French loaf, French bread. Okay, now it got finished about maybe 20 minutes ago. I've left it in the oven to stay warm and to basically cook through. Because one of my other loaves, I took it out straight away and it was a little bit doughy. I mean, I liked it doughy, very doughy. But a lot of people didn't seem to appreciate it. So, anyway, yeah, for that reason I've left this in a little bit longer. There you go. God, the light. I left it in a little bit longer, just to, you know, for the heat to penetrate the bread. There you go. It's looking quite brown. It's actually supposed to be a light colour. But yeah, it seems a bit dark. Okay, anyway, so what I'm going to do is, wow, it's very hot. Ooh. Okay, now, where's my plastic thing? Just like this is a non-stick drum, but I just like to get the plastic spatula and just loosen it down the sides a little bit, because it's going to be fixed in with that turning blade that you saw in part 1. That's going to be sort of giving it a bit of resistance from sliding out. So just going to, there you go, loosen it a little bit. Yeah, I think that's pretty much done it. Okay, anyway, here we go. Give it a good shake. Come on. Yeah, okay. Ah, there you go. Oh. In actual fact, that little blade, I can't touch it for too long, but that little blade, that turning blade's still in there. Sometimes it's embedded in the loaf, which is what that hole there is. That's where the blade was, and the bread got baked around the thing. Yeah. Anyway, it's actually turned out pretty. It's sort of an odd shape. It's sort of taller there, and it slopes down there for some reason. But yeah, it actually looks fairly good. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my knife. I'm going to trim a little bit off. Just a thin slice. I really got to do something with these knives. Maybe sharpen them up or something. But yeah, it's actually, yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to eat this one. It's not as dense, it's very fluffy inside. There you go, you can actually see it moving. There you go. The first couple of loaves were very compact, which I liked, you know, because you can, when you're eating it, you know you're eating a solid slice of bread there. Okay, but what we're going to do, I'm going to eat this with a bit of margarine here, and then in another video I'm going to use, which I'm going to film shortly, but it depends on when I show it, I'm going to make a sandwich out of it. I don't know what's going to go in it. I know I've got about 3 bits of bacon that I need to be used. I'm going to do that, possibly an egg, maybe some sausage, I don't know, but we'll see. Okay. Now, it's sort of pressed together. Yeah, there you go. It's actually looking good. Very soft. Yep, the white part in the middle is very soft. Not at all condensed like the last one. Now, so try the crust. The crust is looking pretty solid. It feels solid. Tell you what though, this crust does look dark. I actually had it on the light setting. but you can imagine what the dark one would be if I put it on that. It would be almost very dark. The crust is very, very crunchy. Quite good. It's got a good. It needs some chewing. If I'm honest, I mean, I do like the crust on the store-bought bloomers. Now that crust is good. It's not crunchy. It's more chewy than crunchy. This is crunchy. But what are you gonna do? Okay, but the inside. The inside is very soft. It's total polar reverse of the total reverse of the previous bread I made. The inside is, yeah, it's soft. It's kind of warm because it's been cooling down in the oven for about 20 minutes. The trick is, if you do have one of these, or I would imagine other brands as well. I made the mistake one day was to stand here and wait. I'm watching the counter to go down, and as soon as it started beeping, that was it. Power off, lid open, get the bread out, and that's when it was very doughy inside. It needs, once the bell goes, or the noise, you got to keep it in there about maybe 5-10 minutes or so, just for the heat to penetrate the bread. Yeah, but this, I mean, I went to the shop, so that was about sort of a good 20 minutes ago. The bell went off. Well, yeah, kind of pleased with this. It will be interesting to see what kind of sandwich this makes. I might have to cut the crust off though, because the crusts are very crunchy. And well, anyway, oh, it seems a bit bloody hell. Seems crunchy, dry. It seems to be a big hole in there. Must be an air bubble or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's not a big hole. It's just barely enough to get your finger in there. Anyway, but yeah, very well. It's a nice sense of accomplishment, actually. Although I didn't sort of go the whole hog and bake it and all that lot, but I got the ingredients together, put them in the right order in the machine. But making your own bread, there was a time years ago when I was younger, you hear people making, they say, oh, I'll make my own bread, and you think, you hippies, But it's surprising. All you got to do is look in the supermarket, see how much flour is on offer to make bread and pastries, and you think, Christ, is there a market for this? I mean, it's more popular than I ever knew, because it's only now that I'm starting to realise just how much of it is in the supermarket. Before, I never had an interest in flour, so I'd never notice it on the shelves. But now that I am, every time I go into a different shop, I'm always looking at the flour. And it's amazing just how many. I mean, you got strong flour for breads. You've got self-raising flour. You got whole meat flour. You got mixed grain flour. I found that in the co-op. All at different prices. This will be sort of like the cheaper end. The bread flour. You get it in 1 pound. 1.5 kilos for. In the pound area, anything from 105 all the way up to £1.50, which is, I paid £1.50 for my Sainsbury's flour. That was the first one I bought. The co-op do it for £1.15. Somebody wrote in the comments about it being 105. That's at Sainsbury's. But like the person at work told me, I mentioned in the other video, different flours have different attributes. So the trick is to go through them and find out which one works for you. And yeah, you know, and then possibly stick with it or experiment. If you've got a little bit of one flour left over, you try a new brand. Next, the third one, you mix the two together like I did. Mind you, oh, that's true. That was a mix of this. This was a mix of two. Anyway, okay then. Well, I hope you like that. And if you like this, you know, let me know. I don't really. I get a lot of views, but I don't really get a lot of thumbs up. So if you like the video, let me know in the thumbs up and the comments. And eventually, if it looks like it's popular enough, I'll make a fruitcake. You know, the recipes in the book here. I'll make a fruit cake, I'll make a sponge cake or something, you know, something different than the bread. And, you know, and maybe in the meantime I'll make a third. I'll have a look in there, see if there's any third type. I've done the regular, the bog standard bread. I've made the sandwich loaf, and I've made this, the French. This is the French bread. Anyway, let me know, and I'll do that. Okay, there you are, and thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.